Thank you for taking some time for yourself. Take a moment to settle in comfortably. Let your body sink fully into the support beneath you. Perfect. And as you inhale deeply, notice the gentle rise of your chest. Notice how the air moves in, filling the lungs. And as you exhale, feel the release. The weight of your body supported. Each breath naturally inviting relaxation. And as you take another slow, deep breath, you may notice, or whether you notice, how effortlessly the rhythm of breathing can begin to absorb your attention. How the inhale carries awareness and the exhale releases it, just as if every thought, every concern could float on that exhale, drifting away effortlessly, safely. And when you notice the next thought arise, you can allow it to turn naturally into the next inhale, watching it arrive, and then as you exhale, letting it dissolve like a ripple on water, each breath creating space, each exhale releasing more tension until you feel the mind beginning to settle. And as you continue breathing, perhaps your hands begin to feel heavier on the mattress, or your eyelids feel lighter. As soon as you notice this, you can find that speaking or moving is no longer needed, because the mind itself is absorbed in the rhythm of the breath. And when you feel that heaviness in the hands or the lightness behind the eyelids, you may notice that each inhale automatically carries the next thought, and each exhale releases it, allowing the mind to drift, the body to relax, and the experience to deepen naturally, effortlessly. You may even notice, as you continue to breathe slowly, that time seems to stretch or compress. The moments become flexible. That thoughts transform into symbols, shapes, clouds, or ripples, each appearing on the inhale and disappearing on the exhale. And as soon as you see a thought taking shape like that, you can feel a gentle curiosity about it, noticing its movement, knowing the longer you watch it dissolve with the exhale, the more absorbed you become in this effortless rhythm, allowing perception itself to shift naturally. And as you drift deeper, you may notice certain thoughts insist on staying, Yet each time you notice one, you can allow it to float gently onto the next inhale. And as you exhale, release it completely, without effort, without judgment. Perfect. And when the mind wanders, even if it doesn't, you can simply bring attention back to the rhythm of the breath. Inhale, carrying attention. Exhale, carrying release. Noticing how naturally this process flows. The longer you follow it, and now as you continue, the thoughts don't need to stop. They simply transform. Racing energy becomes rhythm. Tension becomes flow. Every inhale a thought. Every exhale a release. And as you feel the mind absorbed in this rhythm, you may notice memories or worries fading. Yet at the same time, you feel curiosity, fascination, and calm all blending together, all naturally linked, as each breath triggers the next stage of deep relaxation. Each inhale leading effortlessly to another exhale. Each exhale releasing more tension. Each inhale inviting focus. Each exhale inviting peace. Now as you continue this rhythm, you can allow yourself to feel fully immersed. Every thought becomes a breath. Every breath becomes a step deeper into calm. And as soon as you notice the gentle pull of time stretching or contracting, you can float even further, safe, absorbed, completely relaxed. And when you next lay down in bed or hear the quiet of the room at night, you may find this same rhythm begins automatically. That the inhale brings attention, the exhale releases thoughts, that the mind drifts effortlessly because your unconscious knows this process. Each natural cue triggers it. And now noticing those moments when the mind races, when the thoughts jump and multiply, you can allow yourself to identify the distortion that kept you awake, the insistence that every thought must be solved, every worry must be addressed, every plan must be completed before sleep can arrive. And perhaps as you notice it, you can release it, letting it drift away like leaves carried on a gentle stream, giving yourself permission to let go and feel the natural flow that comes with that release. And as those thoughts arise tonight, in the quiet of this moment, you might discover that each thought can transform into something different, into the breath itself. Imagine a thought as an inhale. As you exhale, it dissolves, becoming weightless, harmless, effortless, as you might find it fascinating or even comforting that the mind can play with this idea, turning tension into flow, racing into rhythm. And every inhale and exhale is both a thought and a release. And as you notice this pattern now, you can have the experience of floating on the breath, of watching thoughts appear as symbols or shapes that automatically merge with the out-breath. Perhaps you imagine them as clouds drifting across the sky, or as ripples on water, each one naturally fading while you remain calm, safe, and absorbed in this process. And with each breath, the sensation of deep relaxation can increase, the mind becoming quieter, more rhythmic, more absorbed in the effortless experience of noticing and letting go. And when you're ready, you can move forward in time. The ability to turn thoughts into breath, to drift into sleep naturally, knowing that whenever racing thoughts arise, you have the experience of noticing, acknowledging, and exhaling them away. And later, tonight and every night, you can allow yourself to use this skill, discovering how easily sleep can arrive as the thoughts become the rhythm of the breath. And as you continue to notice the gentle rhythm of your breath, you may realize that each inhale brings attention and each exhale releases thoughts. And the more you follow this rhythm, the deeper your mind begins to drift naturally. And when each breath becomes softer, slower, and more natural, you can feel it carrying you like gentle waves, guiding you toward calmness, guiding you toward rest. And as you notice the thoughts themselves becoming lighter, almost weightless, you may allow them to float on the exhale, dissolving, fading, drifting away without needing to chase them or hold them, just letting go, just releasing. And when you feel your body sinking more comfortably into the mattress, you might notice a subtle heaviness spreading through your limbs, a feeling that it's perfectly safe to let go, a feeling that sleep is something that arrives naturally, like the ocean tide flowing in, and gently and quietly as each breath continues. You may notice the world outside becoming more distant. Each sound, each thought fading into the background, so that all that remains is the rhythm of your breathing, the soft rising and falling, allowing the effortless flow of attention and release to expand. And when you follow this flow completely, you can let your mind drift, let your body relax, and let your awareness float as if suspended in the calm of your own breath, effortlessly, safely, completely. And as you continue to drift deeper, your eyelids may feel heavier, your body completely supported, your mind soft, quiet, and absorbed in gentle rhythm, so that there's nothing to do, nowhere to go, no need to think, just the flow of breath, just the drifting, just the release. And as you notice this natural, effortless rhythm, sleep begins to arrive without effort, without thought, without resistance, allowing yourself to fall completely, deeply, restfully into the calm, restorative sleep that your mind and body need. And if or when any thoughts return, you can simply notice them, turn them into the next inhale, and release them on the exhale, drifting deeper, knowing that each breath carries you further into sleep, further into peace, further into rest. And as you continue to breathe, to drift, and to release, you may find yourself sleeping more easily, more safely, more peacefully, all through the night, sleeping fully, restoring, renewing, resting. Now, perfect. You're perfect just as you are.